Hi, I'm Saira Hamilton of Small Aubergine. The recipe we're going to do right now is for Bengali fish cakes. These are really super easy but yummy little fish cakes that I make with tinned tuna. That's a really easy one to do with something you'll always have in the cupboard, and hopefully you'll like it. Okay, so to get started with these super easy fish cakes, we're just using 1 tin of tuna, and this is no drain tuna in brine. That goes straight into one big bowl, and then all the other ingredients basically we're going to put in on top of that and mix it all together. The first thing is a bit of red onion. I'm just using red onion because it's pretty, but you could use spring onions, white onions, that'd be absolutely fine. I'm going to add into that some green chilli, fresh green chilli. I'm using quite a mild chilli, there's no need to go overboard with this, but I won't bother taking the seeds out, they can all go in too. I'm just making sure the pieces are quite small because these are going to be quite delicate, dainty little fish cakes, so you don't want a great big piece of chilli in your teeth whilst you're eating them. But there you go, probably about half or 2/3 of that great big fat chilli. Straight in. The next thing is some chopped coriander, fresh coriander. It's all these fresh herbs that make these taste so good. And then some spices. Just a little bit of salt, because the tuna's quite salty already. Just about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. A little bit of chili powder. What's that? Probably 1/2 teaspoon. And some ground coriander. And the last ingredient to go in is some lemon zest, and this really makes a big difference to the freshness of this dish, makes them zingy. Just about the zest of about half of that lemon. So mixing this together with your hands is absolutely the best thing. You need to really get in there and give it a good old squidge with your hands, because that will make sure that the outside of the fish cake is golden and brown and crispy, but the inside is really soft and melts in your mouth. Okay, so the mix is all made up now, and we're going to form the actual fish cakes. If you just rinse your hands with water, if you've got clean, wet hands, it's actually easier. It doesn't stick to your hands. So just get about, I don't know, what's that, a squash ball size, and roll it together in your hands and put a bit of pressure on it so that it sticks together, doesn't fall apart, and then just squish it down, and what you end up with is a perfectly formed, beautiful little fish cake. And all we're going to do is use up this mix. This should be enough for 2 people with 1 can of tuna. So there you go, this shouldn't take you long. Don't worry if they're not all perfect. They're supposed to look homemade. When they're all done, put them on a plate and then just chill them down in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that will make sure they're much easier to work with when we start to cook. We're just going to cook off the fish cakes now. They really don't take very long at all. If you think about it, everything in there really is cooked already. So just a bit of vegetable oil, this is rapeseed oil, into a hot pan on a medium heat, and then you just pop the little fish cakes straight in. You want to hear them sizzle straight away, so make sure your pan is hot. Those in. And you want enough oil to be sizzling up around the sides, otherwise they won't cook in the middle. And once they're in, leave them alone. Don't poke them all the time or they might fall apart, so you need to just put them in, leave them for a couple of minutes, and when one side is nice and golden brown, just flip them over once. Do the same on the other side and they'll be done. So after about 2 minutes, just have a look at one, gently flip it over, and you'll see that it's nice and golden. So we'll just flip them all over. Really easy. And another 2 minutes on this side and they'll be done and ready to eat. Okay, so just a few minutes later, these fish cakes are all done. I'm just going to serve them here on a bed of salad leaves. These can be really lovely for a starter, for a dinner party. or even if you make them a bit smaller as canapes, really quick and easy to do. So we're just going to serve those up on the salad, a little drizzle of oil on the top.